Ever since we first looked up at the stars, we've wondered, are we alone? This question has driven humanity to build massive telescopes, send probes to distant planets, and scan the cosmos for any hint of life. But what if, after all this time, we've been looking in the wrong places? What if the answer isn't hidden in a distant galaxy, but is instead flying right through our own cosmic neighborhood? For decades, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, or SETI, has focused on listening for radio signals. The logic is sound. Any advanced civilization would likely use radio waves for communication, just like we do. We've pointed our radio dishes at countless stars, hoping to catch a stray signal, a cosmic hello. We've also looked for signs of life on planets like Mars, or in the oceans of moons like Europa and Enceladus. But so far, the universe has remained stubbornly silent. This has led to the famous Fermi paradox. If the universe is so vast and old, where is everybody? This silence has led some scientists to think outside the box. Maybe alien civilizations don't use radio. Maybe they communicate in ways we can't even imagine. Or maybe, just maybe, they aren't sending signals at all. Maybe they're sending probes. This idea isn't new. In fact, it was proposed by the brilliant physicist Freeman Dyson. He suggested that an advanced civilization might explore the galaxy by sending out small, autonomous probes, which he called Dyson probes. These could be designed to explore, collect data, and even replicate themselves using materials from asteroids and comets. Now, this might sound like pure science fiction, but it brings us to a fascinating and mysterious object that recently visited our solar system, a comet named 3I-ATLAS. And this isn't just any comet. It's behaving in ways that have scientists scratching their heads. First discovered in December 2019 by the Atlas survey in Hawaii, 31-ATLAS was initially just another faint smudge in the sky. But as it got closer to the sun, it started to get weird. Comets are essentially dirty snowballs. As they approach the sun, the ice turns into gas, creating a glowing coma and a beautiful tail. The amount of energy they release is directly related to how much water ice is sublimating off their surface. But 3I-ATLAS was different. It was releasing a massive amount of energy, far more than our current understanding of comet physics could explain. It was shining brightly, but without producing the expected amount of dust. It was as if it had an internal power source. This unusual energy output is the first major puzzle. Where was all this energy coming from? Standard models just couldn't account for it. It was like watching a campfire produce the light of a searchlight. Something else was going on. One theory was that it contained frozen hydrogen, which is much more volatile than water ice and could explain the extra energy. But for that to be true, the comet would have to be incredibly old and formed in a very, very cold place, far out in interstellar space. And this leads to the second mind-bending aspect of 3I Atlas. Some calculations suggest it could be one of the oldest objects we've ever seen, possibly dating back 7 billion years. To put that in perspective, our own solar system is only about 4.5 billion years old. If this comet is truly that ancient, it would be a relic from a time before our sun and planets even existed. It would be a time capsule carrying information about the primordial conditions of our galaxy. Imagine being able to study a piece of the universe from a time when our solar system was just a cloud of gas and dust. The secrets it could unlock about the formation of stars and planets would be revolutionary. This object traveled from the depths of interstellar space, a messenger from another part of the galaxy. Unlike Oumuamua, the first interstellar visitor we spotted, which just zipped by 3I-ATLAS, came in for a closer look. Its trajectory brought it relatively near the sun, giving us a unique chance to study it up close. What secrets from its long journey did it carry? What cosmic history is written in its composition? Now, let's get to the most speculative, but also the most exciting possibility. Given its strange behavior, the unexplained energy, its possible ancient origins, a few scientists, most notably Professor Avi Loeb from Harvard University, have dared to ask a radical question. What if 3I Atlas isn't a comet at all? What if it's a piece of extraterrestrial technology? This is where we venture into the territory of Dyson probes. Think about it. If you were an advanced civilization wanting to explore the galaxy, what would you send? A giant flashy starship? Or something small, efficient, and camouflaged? Disguising your probe as a common celestial object, like a rock or a comet, would be the perfect stealth strategy. It could travel through solar systems without raising any alarms, quietly gathering data. The unexplained energy output of 3IATLAS could, in this scenario, be attributed to a power source or propulsion system. Maybe it was adjusting its course, or powering up instruments to study our solar system. Its ancient age would also fit. An artifact from a civilization that existed billions of years before ours would naturally be very, very old. As 3I Atlas continued its journey toward the sun, the mystery deepened. Instead of a spectacular display, it did something completely unexpected. It broke apart. In April 2020, observations from the Hubble Space Telescope confirmed that the comet had fragmented into dozens of smaller pieces. For many, this was proof that it was just a fragile comet after all, unable to withstand the sun's gravitational forces and heat. Case closed, right? Well, not so fast. Professor Loeb points out that even this fragmentation could be interpreted differently. What if it wasn't a structural failure? What if it was a deliberate deployment? Imagine a mothership arriving in a target system and then releasing smaller probes to study different planets and moons simultaneously. A controlled, planned fragmentation would look a lot like a simple breakup to unsuspecting observers. It's a clever way to cover more ground. The pieces scattered, continuing on their journey, perhaps on a mission to observe Earth, Mars, and the other planets in our system. Of course, this is a huge leap. The principle of Occam's razor tells us that the simplest explanation is usually the correct one. And the simplest explanation is that 3IVTLAS was just a weird, fragile comet. Most of the scientific community agrees with this view. They argue that we still have a lot to learn about comets, especially those from interstellar space, and that its strange behavior is likely due to some unknown but natural phenomenon. Maybe it was a new comet, meaning its surface had never been exposed to the sun before, causing it to react in an unpredictable way. But science is not about sticking to what's simple. It's about following the evidence, wherever it leads, and keeping an open mind to all possibilities. The idea of an alien probe isn't being proposed because we want to believe in aliens. It's being proposed because objects like Oumuamua and 3I Atlas are showing us anomalies, data points that don't fit our existing models. These anomalies are the breadcrumbs that lead to new discoveries. Ignoring them because they're strange would be unscientific. Every major scientific revolution began with an observation that didn't make sense. The orbits of planets, the behavior of light, the radiation from distant galaxies, these were all puzzles that eventually led to groundbreaking theories like gravity, relativity, and the Big Bang. What if the anomalies of these interstellar visitors are the first hints of our biggest discovery yet? Whether 3IATLAS was a natural comet or an alien artifact, its visit was a wake-up call. It proved that interstellar objects are not as rare as we once thought. They are constantly passing through our solar system, carrying with them clues from other star systems. We need to be ready for the next one. We need better telescopes and a more systematic way to search for them. Professor Loeb's Galileo project is a step in this direction, aiming to specifically hunt for and study these interstellar objects with dedicated instruments. The search for extraterrestrial life may not be about listening for a whisper across the void. It might be about looking for postcards delivered right to our cosmic doorstep. We just need to learn how to read them. The story of 3I Atlas is a reminder that the universe is far more mysterious and wonderful than we can imagine, and the next visitor could be the one that changes everything. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the cosmos, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration of the universe's greatest mysteries. See you next time.